Welcome into Clinton Lady Dragons softball here on Dragon Vision. Getting ready to bring you the first game of the season for the Lady Dragons on Dragon Vision. Taylor Sherwood to lead off for the Lady Dragons as they get ready to take on the Oliver Springs Bobcats here at Arrowhead Park, home of Oliver Springs. Taylor first up to bat will be followed by Sarah Bishop, it looks like. We'll see. Here's the first pitch, second pitch. Grounded up the middle, gets by for a leadoff single. Possibly a double. She will turn. No, she'll come back for a single. Leadoff single for Taylor Sherwood. And my camera has froze, so I will get it back to us as soon as I can. Getting it back on the right thing. There we go. Our camera is back now. Get our scoreboard up. We have a runner on first. One hit. And you can hear the wind coming over my headset right now. For some reason our camera signal is not the best right now, but we're going to try to work on that throughout this game. You can see Lindley Atkins right behind number 9. Sherwood goes for the steal, comes back. Count is now 2 balls and no strikes. We'll update it as we can. There is rain coming down here at the field right now. 9 up to bat for the Lady Dragons. 2-0 count, runner on first. Here's the pitch. Laces up the middle, caught, thrown back, double play. 2 outs now for the Lady Dragons and no one on. As I said, we will update this as quick as we can. We're sorry about the flickering and the bad signal right now. We're doing the best we can here in the elements. Lindley up to bat. No ball, 1 strike count, 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Ball in the dirt, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lady Dragons coming in off a big tournament this past weekend where they went 4-0. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. The pitch in the dirt, 2 balls and 1 strike. Atkins ahead in the count now. Lady Dragons in their pinstripe black uniforms, orange stripes, white trim. The 2-1 pitch to Atkins. High above her eyes for ball 3. Atkins ahead in the count now, 3 balls and 1 strike. Trying to keep the inning alive. Pitch gets away, so it will be a walk for Atkins. Atkins now on first, 1 out, and Sarah Bishop will actually come up to bat. Runner on first, 2 outs now. The pitch high above her eyes for ball 1. Easterday on the pinch run for Atkins. Bishop up to bat. Ahead in the count, 1-0. Here's the pitch. At her knees for strike 1. Even count, 1-1 with 2 outs. Top of the first inning here at Oliver Springs. High for ball 2. Bishop ahead in the count now. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs. Easterday at first. 2-1 pitch coming from the circle. The windup, the release. High, ball 3. And Easterday gets a steal all the way to second base. So we got a runner at second now with 2 outs here. 3 balls and 1 strike to Sarah Bishop. Here's the 3-1 pitch. High, ball 4. So you got runners now at first and second for the Lady Dragons, and number 21 coming up to bat next. Tegan Bunch up to bat. She'll be followed by Elizabeth Graham. 2 on, 2 out, no score here at Oliver Springs. First pitch, high over her head for ball 1. Drops it. Both runners will advance. Now you got runners at second and third for Tegan Bunch with a 1-0 count. The 1-0 pitch to Bunch. A little bit outside for ball 2. Bunch ahead in the count now. 2 balls and no strikes. A base hit will score 1, maybe 2 for the Lady Dragons. Top of the first, 2 outs, 2 on. Here's the pitch. High over her face mask. Bunch ahead in the count now. 3 balls. Actually, we're going to say 2 balls, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Pitch to Bunch. Popped up, going towards the outfield, and will be caught in the outfield for out number 3. So Lady Dragons leave 2 runners on. We'll be right back here at the bottom of the first here on Dragon Vision. Welcome back to Clinton Lady Dragons softball on a windy, rainy night here at Oliver Springs High School. Getting ready to start the bottom of the first inning. No score here. We will not be updating the scoreboard right now because of the weather. Rain started to hit as soon as the game got underway. Elizabeth Maples, the first pitch, high and inside for ball 1. You got Maples at first, Maples on the mound. Lindley gets behind the plate. As the rain starts coming down a little bit harder here at Oliver Springs High School at Arrowhead Park. The 1-0 pitch. Called strike at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. No score here in the bottom of the first inning. These are 7-inning games in high school. And the rain starts to pick up even a little bit more now. Not sure how much longer we'll be able to stream depending on this weather. High for ball 2. As you can hear the wind over the microphone as well. We may end up moving our broadcast in just a few minutes. If there's any room, we may end up moving the broadcast. Wind starts to die down. 2 balls, 1 strike. In the dirt for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike as the wind starts to die down now. And as soon as I say that, you can hear the wind picking right back up. 3 balls and 1 strike here. Maples on the mound. Looking for the first out of the inning. Number 11 at the plate for Oliver Springs. The 3-1 pitch is in the dirt for ball 4, so she'll walk on 5 pitches. Runner at first, nobody out for Oliver Springs in their home white uniforms, purple leggings, yellow trim. Maples waiting on the first pitch. They wind up the pitch. She's going to try to steal second. Perfect throw, and they say she is safe, though. Great throw from Atkins, but she was a little bit too far ahead of that one. The 1-0 pitch. She's going to try to steal for third. No, she stops halfway. 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs. Runner at second base. The 1-1 pitch from Maples. Bunt. Foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Runner on second. Nobody out. As the rain slows down just a little bit, wind still picking up. 20 up to bat, 11 on second.
That was the second strike. That was strike. Yeah, Liz, you got it.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Maples on the mound. The 1-2 pitch. Popped foul and out of play. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out with runner at second. Pitch from Maples. Called ball on the outside corner. On the outside. Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch from Maples. High, ball 3. Full count now with a runner at second and nobody out. Maples walked the first, tried not to walk back-to-back batters. The pitch, high, ball 4. Runners on first and second now with nobody out. First pitch for Maples to batter number 3. We're in 6, gets away from her, where both runners will advance. 2 runners now in scoring position with no out. And time being called, we're going to take a quick time with them here on Dragon Vision. Welcome back. Time is over. 1-0 count to batter number 6, the third batter of the evening. High for ball 2. Maples now behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Top of the first, no score here at Arrowhead Park. Rain and wind finally dying down here. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 3, ball 2, and she's going to be thrown out. Nice little back pick move right there by Lindley Atkins. Gets the first out of the inning with a runner on second. Runner on second, 1 out, 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Pitch for Maples. High, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike now.
Liz, you got it.
3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the first inning. Pitch from Maples. Called strike. Full count now for Maples.
Early in it. Yeah, Liz, yeah, Liz.
Full count from Maples now. The pitch fouled back into the net. Still full count. Runner at second with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. No score between your Clinton Lady Dragons and the Oliver Springs Lady Bobcats. The pitch. High, ball 4. Maples has walked the first 3 batters, but 1 was thrown out on a back pick to third. 14 coming up to bat now. You got 6 on first and 20 on second. Maples waiting on the pitch. The wind up the pitch. Called strike, letter high. First pitch strike of the night for Maples. 1 out here as the wind starts to pick up again. Runners on first and second. Bottom of the first, no score. Ground ball could end the inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, but dropped. She's going to try to go to third. Atkins holds it. Throws a little bit late. She's going to be tagged out. Now, second time Atkins has got a pick move so far. Now you got 2 outs and a runner on third. Or runner on second, excuse me. Two outs now. 0-2 count. Runner on second. Pitch for Maples. Called strike 3 to end the inning. Maples gets out of a jam, and the Lady Dragons surrender only 3 walks and leave one, and the Lady Bobcats leave 1 runner on. We'll be right back here with the top of the second on Dragon Vision. Welcome back. Top of the second inning. L.A. Graham walked on 4 pitches and now steals a base on a wild pitch. 1-0 count. And number 18 for the Lady Dragons up to bat. 0-0 score here in the top of the second inning. The pitch at her ankles for ball 2. Graham thought about going for it, but will go back to second. Top of the second, 2 balls, no strikes. Graham on second. The pitch home. Goes for 3 balls, and Graham will advance to third on the wild pitch. Back-to-back wild pitch. It advances for Graham. Runner on third. First runner to get to third for the Lady Dragons. .3-0 count. Runner on third. Nobody out. The pitch to 18. And her ankles for ball 4. 8 straight balls thrown by this pitcher. Now gets runners at the corners with nobody out. And time called by Oliver Springs. Time called by Oliver Springs. And it's going to be a good timeout while they're talking to their pitcher through 8 straight balls. They might be switching. They're just going to talk to her, try to calm her down a little bit. Coach Sam's taking the 4 Lady Dragons, the 2 on base, the 1 at the plate, and the 1 on deck. Talk to them, try to get them warmed up. And on the other side of the outfield, you can see that the Oliver Springs batters, or Oliver Springs baseball team, are playing in the back. New pitcher for Oliver Springs, wearing number 44 now. Looks like might be something wrong with the shoulder of the original pitcher. She's getting stretched out a little bit, but 8 straight balls, and they pull her in the top of the second inning. Callie Johnson coming on to pinch run at first base for the Lady Dragons. As number 17 gets ready to bat, number 11 comes on the on-deck circle. You can hear some joking going on out there. Not sure what number Callie Johnson wears because you can't see it right now with the hoodie she's wearing on the base paths. Coach Taylor over there talking to her, trying to give her some advice on this new pitcher for the Lady Bobcats. 0-0 the score here in the top of the second inning. Runners on the corners for the Lady Dragons as the warm-up pitches end and 44 gets ready to take the mound. Her warm-up pitches are over. .17 up to bat for the Lady Dragons, followed by number 11. Here's the pitch. Called strike about letter high. No balls in, 1 strike. First strike thrown this inning by a Bobcat pitcher. Rain finally ending. We might be able to update our scoreboard here in just a couple minutes. Top of the second, 0-1 pitch, foul back. Now 0-2. Bobcat pitcher ahead of the Lady Dragons batter. Graham on third. Johnson on first. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runners at the corners. A hit will give the Lady Dragons the lead. Here's the pitch. Floater gets away. Graham's going to try to make it and mishandles it. Graham gets in for the first run, and Johnson advances to second. 1-0 Lady Dragons here in the top of the second inning. Runner at second. 1 ball, 2 strike count. 1-0 Lady Dragons. The 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, ball 2. Nice save right there by the catcher, though. Now we got 2 balls and 2 strikes. Should be 2 balls and 2 strikes. It reads 1-0, but it should be 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1-0 Lady Dragons with a runner on second. The pitch to 17. Called strike 3 on the outside corner, right about letter high. Lady Dragons now down have 1 out, and the 9 batter coming up to bat wearing number 11. One out, 1-0 the score with a runner on second. The pitch from the is about ankle high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. We'll resume our scoreboard here in the bottom of the second inning. 1 ball, no strike, 1 out. 1-0 the score here at Arrowhead Park. The pitch in the dirt, ball 2. Johnson thought about going, but it stopped just in time. Two balls, no strikes, 1 out. Lady Dragons up to bat. Runner on second is Johnson. The pitch to 11. 3 straight low. Pitch is about ankle high. She's ahead in the count now. 3 balls and no strikes. Taylor Sherwood on deck. The pitch popped up. So it'll come towards first base. It will be caught by the second baseman, and Johnson stays on second. 2 outs now as Taylor Sherwood comes up to bat for the Lady Dragons. Two outs, 1-0 score. Pitch to Sherwood's high, gets off her gloves. Johnson will advance to third, no throw. Runner on third now for the Lady Dragons. 1 out, or 2 outs here. Top of the second inning. And the camera goes off. We're going to get it back for you here in just a second. Camera back now. 1-0 count. Pitch, ground balls right to shortstop. Shortstop's going to throw to first. Elways, 2-0 scoring. John and Sherwood will go to second because the ball goes out of play. So an error will get the Dragons their second run of the game. 2 outs now. Sherwood's going to be on second. They got time. As Sherwood gives the wristband over. 2-0, Mandy Chambers up to bat. Lindley Atkins in the on-deck circle. 2-0 score, 2 outs here. We're top of the second inning. The pitch, low, but ankle high, ball 1. Got our scoreboard back. It's a 1-1 count. 2 outs here. 2-0 the score here in the top of the second inning. Popped up, going towards shortstop. Caught for out number 3. Lady Dragons score 2 runs on 1 error. 1 runner left on base. We'll be back with the bottom of the second inning here on Dragon Vision right after this. Welcome back to Clinton Lady Dragons softball here on Dragon Vision. Lady Dragons lead right now 2-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Lady Bobcats up to bat. The first pitch is high for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes, no outs. 2-0 the score. Lady Dragons scored both the runs in the top of this inning. Here's the pitch. Called inside, about thigh high. 2 balls, no strikes. Number 5 up to bat for the Lady Bobcats. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike number 1. So it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count here. In our first broadcast of Lady Dragons softball this season, we will also have a tournament being held at Clinton High School tomorrow night and Saturday. Here's the pitch. Called strike 2 on a late signal. Even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. The pitch from Liz is popped up towards center field. They're going to get underneath it. Caught by the left fielder, actually. Mandy Chambers with that catch for the first out of the inning. One out now, bottom of the second inning. Lady Dragons up 2-0. Number 4 coming up to bat next for the Oliver Springs Lady Bobcats. Lady Bobcats in their home white uniforms, purple shoulders and leggings, yellow trim. The pitch high for ball 1. Lady Dragons in their road black uniforms, orange pinstripes and white numbers. 1 ball, no strikes here. The 1-0 pitch. Called strike right down the middle. Now you got a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Bottom of the second inning here at Arrowhead Park, home of the Oliver Springs Lady Bobcats. The pitch from Elizabeth is check swing. They say she went for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the second inning. The pitch for Maples. Check swing, but she held back that time, making it even 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 2-0 the score. Here's the pitch for Maples. High for ball 3. Full count now. Maples goes ahead in the count 0-2 and falls now behind in the count 3 balls and 2 strikes. Maples with 3 walks and 1 strikeout in the game so far. Lindley Atkins also has 2 pickoff outs. Here's the full count pitch. Strike 3 right down the middle. She struck her out looking, second strikeout of the night for Maples. 22 up to bat next for the Lady Bobcats. Lady Dragons looking for a 1-2-3 inning. As the wind starts to pick up over my microphone, here comes the pitch for Maples. Called strike about belt high. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. The pitch for Maples. Little low. Lindley tried to frame that one. 1 ball, 1 strike now. 2 outs for the Lady Dragons. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody on. Pitch to number 22. Popped up going towards center field. Will be caught by the center fielder for out number 3. 1-2-3 inning for the Lady Dragons. The score remains 2-0 after 2. We'll be back with the top of the third here on Dragon Vision. Welcome back to Clinton Lady Dragon basketball here on Dragon Vision. Starting the top of the third inning. First pitch to Lindley Atkins is low and away for ball one. Atkins up to bat, leading 2-0. Sarah Bishop is on the on-deck circle. Second pitch popped up and out of play for strike one into the warm-up. The warm-up stadium for the Lady Bobcats. 1 ball, 1 strike here at Arrowhead Park. Lady Dragons up 2-0 in the top of the third inning. The 1-1 pitch. Called strike about letter high. 1 ball, 2 strikes now here at Arrowhead Park. Atkins behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Atkins the leadoff batter for the Lady Dragons. The pitch in the dirt for ball 2. Atkins evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lady Dragons scored both their runs in the top of the second inning. They have 1 hit on the night. Lady Bobcats have none. The 2-2 pitch. Check swing went for it. Strike 3. First strikeout of the evening for the Lady Bobcats. Lindley Atkins walks back. Sarah Bishop comes up to bat now for the Lady Dragons, with Tegan Bunch on deck. One out. First pitch to Bishop. High, about face mask high for ball 1. Bishop now ahead in the count. 1 ball, no strikes. Once again, we'll bring you tomorrow night's action. There will be 2 games for the Lady Dragons in the tournament. Here's the second pitch is in the dirt for ball 2. First pitch will be scheduled for 5:30. Second game will be scheduled between 7 and 7:15. And then there will be several games being played on Saturday in the tournament. 2 balls, no strikes to Bishop. Make it 3 balls, no strikes to Bishop. Last pitch about helmet high. Bishop looking to get on base and bring up Bunch with a runner on. Here comes the 3-0 pitch. Letter high for strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike now. 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch fouled back and out of play, almost off the concession stand for now a full count. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the third. Lady Dragons up 2-0 in this 7-inning game. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Laced underneath the shortstop. So it'll be a 1-out single for Sarah Bishop. Second hit of the night for the Lady Dragons gives them a runner on first and 1 out. And it'll bring up Tegan Bunch, followed by Elizabeth Graham. Tegan Bunch up with 1 out and a runner at first. First pitch, bunts it perfect right to the pitcher. Pitcher's going to throw it back to first in time for the out, but a nice sacrifice bunt right there by Bunch. Gets now a runner on second with 2 outs. Not sure why my camera keeps glitching out like it is, but we got 2 outs now. Runner at second. 2-0 the score. As Elizabeth Graham comes up to bat. Here's the pitch. Laced right down center field. It's going back and will be caught in the warning track for the 3rd out of the inning. Lady Dragons strand 1. So midway through the 3rd, your score 2-0. We'll be right back here on Dragon Vision with the bottom of the 3rd. Welcome back to Clinton Lady Dragon Softball here on Dragon Vision. Trying to keep this stream looking well. The stream keeps having a little bit difficulties. But your scores, we enter the bottom of the third inning. Lady Dragons 2, Lady Bobcats 0. 1-2-3 inning last time up for the Lady Dragons pitching. Maples on the mound. The pitch high for ball 1. We're going to try something after the break, see if we can get the glitching out from this game. Our first outdoor game since football season. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Belt high, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike count. 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs. The pitch for Maples. Grounded towards third, picked by third, thrown over to first in time. Nice dig right there from first base for the first out of the inning. 5 straight outs now for the Lady Dragons. One out now for the Lady Bobcats as they come up to bat. Maples on the mound. Atkins behind the plate. Here's the pitch. Belt high, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike to number 33 for the Lady Bobcats. Holt, the first baseman for the Lady Dragons. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Maples ahead in the count now. No balls and 2 strikes. As the wind picks up, here's the 0-2 pitch. High for ball 1. Not sure what's causing the issues. We're going to try to get it fixed between innings. Bottom of the third, 2-0 the score. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. 6 straight outs now for the Lady Dragons, and strikeout number 3 for Elizabeth Maples. Two outs, bottom of the third. The pitch for Maples. Called ball outside, ball 1. No balls, 1 strike. Or 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs here for number 11. The pitch for Maples. Popped up towards third base and lands on top of the dugout for 1 ball, 1 strike count. Even count now for Maples. Here's the 1-1 pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Maples ahead in the count. One ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Maples looking to get out of the inning on this pitch. Ground ball right to Maples. Out into first base for the out number 3. Nice dig right there for Maples. 7 straight outs for the Lady Dragons. And they will come up to bat next in the top of the 4th with a 2-0 score. Welcome back to Clinton Lady Dragon basketball here, or softball here on Dragon Vision. Top of the 4th inning, runners at first now. We were trying to switch a little bit of cables around. Doesn't look like it's helped out much. We got a runner at first now. As Holt got a leadoff single, went for the bunt and fouled it back for strike one. 0-1 count now to the Lady Dragon batter with no outs and a runner at first. Top of the 4th inning, 2-0 score in this 7-inning game. Lady Dragons will be back in action tomorrow night for a doubleheader against two separate teams in the Clinch Valley tournament being held at Clinton High School in another bracket at Anderson County. Lined it short to right field. Get past her. 18's going to round first or second. 17's going to round first. Gets all the way to the wall. Here comes the runner coming into third, coming home. 18's going to make it home. Stand up triple. And she's going to come home on a throwing error, and she will make it on an inside the park home run with a throwing error for number 17 for the Lady Dragons. 4-0 now here, your score here in the top of the 4th inning. 4-0 the score here on that leadoff triple and a throwing error that scored. Taylor Sherwood looking at the camera right now.
All right, Taylor, your turn.
11 coming up to bat next. Sherwood in the on-deck circle. First pitch coming up to number 11 for the Lady Dragons. The pitch laced out towards center. Will get down for a single. Back-to-back hits for the Lady Dragons right here. A triple with a throwing error for the score and a single. 4-0 the score as Taylor Sherwood comes up to bat next for the Lady Dragons. Up 4-0 here in the top of the 4th inning. Sherwood up to bat. Runner at first. Nobody out. 2 runs already home for the Lady Dragons. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Ball 1. 11 takes off. High throw. Does not tag her. Runner at second now with nobody out in a 1-0 count. Runner at second. 1 ball, no strikes. Sherwood up to bat for the Lady Dragons. Looking to extend this lead. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. High over her helmet for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. Still not sure what's going on. I've switched cables. Next time I'm going to record this on my camera at the same time. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Laced towards right field, but it's going to be out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike now as the wind picks up here at Arrowhead Park. Baseball game right across from us is already over. Not sure what the final score of that one was. 4-0 the score here in the top of the 4th and a 2-1 count to Sherwood. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Runner at second. She grounds it towards third. Cleanly picked by third. Thrown over to first in time, but the runner will advance to third on the throw. So a little fielder's choice puts a runner at third and 1 out for the Lady Dragons. Mandy Chambers up to bat next. Will be followed by Lindley Atkins. 1 out, runner at third, 4-0 the score. The first pitch, tried to turn on it, held back, still strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 4-0 the score here in the top of the 4th inning. 0-1 pitch. Mandy fouls it back for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes now.
All right, close, work this side. Let's go.
No balls and 2 strikes here at Arrowhead Park. 1 out, runner at third. Mandy trying to get the runner home. Here's the pitch. Grounds it towards third. Picked by third. She looks her back. It's over to first in time. Out number 2. Runner stayed at third. So now you got 2 outs with a runner at third for the Lady Dragons. As Lindley Atkins comes up to bat. Sarah Bishop goes in the on-deck circle. Atkins up to bat. Got a runner at second, or runner at third. 2 outs, 2 runs already home for the Lady Dragons. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Good stop, though, by the catcher. Top of the 4th, 2 outs, runner at third. 1 ball, no strike count. The pitch. Strike belt high. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at third. The pitch. Line towards the field, and it will come down in. 1 run will score, and Atkins is going to turn for second. Atkins will get in the second with a stand-up RBI double. 5-0 now your score for the Lady Dragons. They scored a pair in the top of the 2nd. They've scored 3 in the top of the 4th. Sarah Bishop up to bat. Tegan Bunch in the on-deck circle. Pinch runner over at second is Callie Johnson, it looks like. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Lined over the second baseman's head. It'll be an RBI single for Sarah Bishop. As she tries to come home, she will be stopped, and Bishop will go for second on the throw. Bishop gets in the second on the throw, makes the score now 6-0. Top of the 4th, 6-0 the score. As Tegan Bunch comes up to bat, and Elizabeth Graham in the on-deck circle. Runner on second, 2 outs. Lady Dragons already plating 4 across in this inning. The first pitch in the dirt gets away, and Bishop advances to third on the wild pitch. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. And here comes the pitch. Lined up the middle, off the second baseman's glove. It'll be an RBI for Tegan Bunch to make the score 7-0. 5 runs home this inning for the Lady Dragons as Elizabeth Graham comes up with a runner on first and 2 outs. And time is going to be called. Looks like they might be switching pitchers again, and they will be switching pitchers. We're going to take a quick timeout with them here on Dragon Vision. Welcome back to Clinton Dragon softball here on Dragon Vision. 7-0 your score here in the top of the 4th inning. Lady Dragons plating 5 home already in this inning. Elizabeth Graham on base with a runner at first and 2 outs. First pitch, she'll take it for strike 1 all the way. And an easy stolen base for number 21 for the Lady Dragons. We got a runner at second, 2 outs. Graham looking to try to keep this inning alive for the Lady Dragons. The pitch, floater outside for ball 1. Graham even at the count, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 7-0 the score. Runner at second is Tegan Bunch. Trying to get new signals from the coaching staff. 7-0 the score, 1-1 count, 2 outs. The pitch to Graham. In the dirt and will advance to third. Wild throw. She might come home. No, she's going to stay there. Wild throw. Now Graham has a runner at third with a 2-1 count. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 7-0 is the score here at Arrowhead Park. Lady Dragons leading Oliver Springs. Graham ahead in the count, 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, gets away, and Bunch is going to try to come in and score. She's going to slide and get in. 8-0 now your score here with a 3-1 count and no one on. Score now 8-0. Lady Dragons leading the Lady Bobcats. Graham looking to keep the inning alive for the Lady Dragons. The 3-1 pitch, high. They're going to call ball 4. Graham will get on base with a walk. Now got a runner at first and 2 outs. And Holt is coming up to bat next for the Lady Dragons. Runner at first, 2 outs, 8-0 your score, 6 coming home so far for the Lady Dragons in this inning. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs, 8-0 the score here in the top of the 4th inning. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Low and away, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Graham stays at first. Here comes the 2-0 count. 2-0 pitch. Low again, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Graham at first, Holt's up to bat. Here comes the 3-0 pitch as my computer keeps trying to glitch our signal. Not sure why. We'll figure that out before the next game. Ball 4. Walked on 4 straight. Runners now on first and second. 17 up to bat next for the Lady Dragons with runners on first and second. 2 outs. 8-0 is the score. First pitch coming to 17. Strike right across the heart of the plate. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Lady Dragons looking to keep the inning alive after scoring 6 so far in this inning. The pitch. Floater. Called strike 2. Behind the count now 0-2 with 2 outs, 2 on for the Lady Dragons. 17 trying to keep the inning alive. Base hit, Mike plate 1. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. High over her helmet for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. 18 at first. Holt at first. Graham at second. Kinley up to bat. 1 ball, 2 strike count. The pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. Lady Dragons plate 6 will be back in the bottom of the 4th with your score 8-0 Lady Dragons. Welcome back. Bottom of the 4th inning. Lady Dragons leading 8-0. 7 straight outs for the Lady Dragons. First pitch swung on, strike 1. Tried for a bunt. Maples on the mound. Atkins at the plate. Holt behind the plate. Holt at first. Bishop shortstop. L.A. Graham at third. Still learning the Lady Dragons names. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Foul, backing out of play for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. No outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning here at Arrowhead Park. Maples up to bat, or on the mound for the Lady Dragons. Lady Dragons plated 6 in the top of the 4th. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A little low for ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Bottom of the 4th inning, pitch from Maples. High for ball 2. A little bit of a rise ball, but rose too far on that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Pitch for Maples. Foul back into the netting, strike 2. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes as the mist starts to come down again. We may have to cover up all of our equipment. We'll start going ahead and covering it up. We may not be able to give you many updates on the score. And she grounds it underneath Maple's hand and past Sarah Bishop. First hit of the day for the Lady Bobcats. Puts a runner at first and ends 7 straight outs for the Lady Dragons. So we got a runner at first, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, Lady Dragons leading 8-0. Maples on the mound. First pitch from Maples. Bunted past the first baseman. No one to cover. So it's going to be an infield single for the Bobcats. Now they got runners on first and second with nobody out. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Infield in for the Lady Dragons. Maples has already been something like this, but she got out of the inning in the first inning. She had the first 2 on and then was able to get 3 of the next 4 out without allowing a run. Here comes the first pitch from Maples. Popped up, going towards center field. Right field actually calling for it. And down between them all, there's going 1 run will score. She's going to throw it in. 1 run will score. They're going to try. No, they're going to leave runners at the corners with 1 out. 8-1 now your score here at Arrowhead Park. Miscommunication between right and left field right there. Or center and left field. as they go into the infield. Time called by Coach Emma to calm down the infield calm down the pitcher in the infield for the Lady Dragons. You'll have runners at the corners. 8-1 the score here at Arrowhead Park as the wind starts to pick up just a little bit. Two hits and an error for the Lady Dragons, or for the Lady Bobcats in this inning. 2 hits and 1 error on the Lady Dragons. Maples will stay on the mound, it looks like, as Clevenger starts walking off the field to get the players back, and the Lady Bobcats get back on. Lady Bobcats get back into their positions. They got runners at the corners with nobody out. 8-1 the score here at Arrowhead Park. There's a little bit of miscommunication in the outfield for the Lady Dragons that time. Still leading by 7 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here comes the pitch from Maples. Bunt foul. No balls, 1 strike, 8-1 the score. No outs and runners at the corners. Lady Bobcats in their home white uniforms, purple sleeves, yellow trim. Lady Dragons in their road black uniforms, orange pinstripes, white numbers. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch for Maples. Swung on, foul back for strike 2. Maples heading the count now, no balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball could end the inning for the Lady Dragons. 8-1 the score. Here comes the pitch for Maples. Swung on and missed for strike 3. 4 strikeouts now for Maples and 1 out in the inning. 8-1 the score. Now a ground ball could end the inning for the Lady Dragons. First out of the inning. Infield in. Runners at the corners. Maples with the pitch. Grounded to third. Third's going to throw it to first. Runner will score. 8-2 now the score. Fielder's choice makes it score now 8-2 and a runner on second. Seven-inning game, barring any run rules. 8-2 the score. Lady Dragons up by 6. 2 runs across for Lady Bobcats in this inning. Maples trying to get out of this inning now. The pitch. Called outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs. Runner at second for the Lady Bobcats. The 1-0 pitch. In the dirt, good save by Lindley Atkins. 2 balls, no strikes. That last out was from Graham to Holt. 2-0 pitch from Maples. Lined fair. 1 run will score. It gets to the fence. 22 is going to go around second, probably go to third. She's going to try to go to third. Throws it in. She's going to get a stand-up triple, RBI triple. 8-3 now your score as the rain starts to come down here again at Arrowhead Park. Lady Dragons now leading 8-3 with 2 outs and a runner on third. 3 runs across for the Bobcats in this inning. Maples trying to get out of this inning. 8-3 the score. The pitch. Called strike inside. No balls, 1 strike. 2 outs, runner at third. 3 already across, and looks like there's someone warming up pitching for the Lady Bobcats in the other field. Called strike across the letters. Maples heading the count, no balls and 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitched from Maples. Popped up and caught by the second baseman for the 3rd out of the inning. So Lady Bobcats score 3, makes the score 8-3. We'll be right back here on Dragon Vision with the top of the 5th. Welcome back to Clinton Lady Dragon Softball here on Dragon Vision. 8-3 your score in the top of the fifth. Nora up to bat for the Lady Dragons. First pitch. Letter high strike. Sherwood on deck. 9-1-2 batters due up for the Lady Dragons. No balls. One strike. No outs. Nora up to bat. Here comes the second pitch. Foul back into the net for strike two. Lady Dragons played it 6 in the bottom, or in the top of the fourth inning. Trying to duplicate that in this inning, but they got to start off first getting at least one runner on. 8-3 the score. Nora behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. Grounded up the middle. Good backhand by the second baseman. Dirt throw saved in time for the out. One out as we come to the top of the order with Sherwood up to bat, followed by Mandy Chambers. Eight 3 the score. First pitch to Sherwood. Hits her right on the numbers. Right on the numbers. Sherwood comes up, gets on base. Chambers comes up to bat next. Runner at first, 1 out, and Atkins will be in the on-deck circle. Umpire checks on Sherwood after she got hit. She goes, "It's just cold." The way the ball's hit her right in the numbers. Chambers up to bat. First pitch, inside, called strike one.
Come on, Mandy, you got it.
No balls, 1 strike, 1 out with Sherwood at first. The 0-1 pitch. Lined right down the foul territory. Will it land? They call it foul. It was right down the first base line and lands just foul for an 0-2 count. No balls, 2 strikes. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch swung on into the dirt and missed. For strike 3. 2 outs now for the Lady Dragons here on the top of the fifth. Sherwood at first. Atkins coming up to bat. You'll have Sarah Bishop in the on-deck circle. Atkins trying to keep the inning alive for the Lady Dragons. 8-3 the score here in the top of the fifth. The pitch swung on and missed. A little late on that swing for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Sherwood at first, Atkins at the plate. 2 seniors on the team this year. The 0-1 pitch. Called ball 1. 1-1 count. Atkins evens the count. One ball, 1 strike. Atkins looking to keep the inning alive. The pitch. High ball 2. 2-1 count now. Atkins now ahead. Two 1 pitch. Low and away for ball 3. Atkins now ahead in the count. 3 balls and 1 strike. Sherwood on first. Atkins at the plate. Bishop in the on-deck circle. Here comes the pitch to Atkins. Low ball 4. Runners now at first and second with 2 outs. Courtesy runner Callie Johnson comes in for Lindley Atkins. We got Sherwood at first, now Callie Johnson at second. Sherwood at first, Johnson at second. Bishop at the plate. Here comes the first pitch. Blast it towards center field. It will be caught, though, by the outfielder. Couldn't see it on the camera, but it was caught for out number 3. Lady Dragon Strand 2 will be back with the bottom of the 5th here on Dragon Vision. 8-3 your score. Welcome back, Clinton Lady Dragon softball here on Dragon Vision. Same crew on the mound on the field for the Lady Dragons. 8-3 the score here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Lady Bobcats scored 3 in the last inning. Here's the first pitch. Check swing, did not go. Actually said she did go. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Lady Dragons lead by 5. The pitch. High, ball 1. 1-1 count. Maples on the mound for the Lady Dragons.
Come on, Liz, you got it.
Trying to complete 5 innings. The pitch. Ground ball towards third. Fielded by Graham. Graham's going to try to throw it over. Not in time. She's going to throw a little soft on that one. Infield single for the Lady Bobcats. But they actually did they call foul? They did call foul. They called it a foul. 1 ball, 2 strike count. One ball and 2 strikes. The pitch grounded this time up to second base, fielded cleanly, thrown to first in time. First out for the Lady Dragons in this inning. Lady Dragons will be back in action tomorrow night for 2 games to start the 2-day tournament. Tournament being split between Anderson County High School and Clinton High School. First tournament games ever held at Clinton High School. The pitch fouled back into the fence line for strike 1. Then ricochets into the back of the umpire's feet. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th. 8-3 the score, Lady Dragons. Maples on the mound. The pitch. Fouled back, hits the same spot. This time comes straight to Atkins. No balls, 2 strikes. Maples going to try to get her to miss on this swing to have a 3-strike at bat. Here's the pitch. A little high, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 11 trying to do a slap hit. He was just a little bit away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Maples waiting on the call.
Come on, Liz.
The pitch. Fouls it back. Still 1-2 count. And just spins in the dirt as Atkins goes to get it and throws it back to Maples. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch. High, ball 2. Even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here, bottom of the 5th inning in this 7-inning game. The pitch from Maples. Lined it fair. Going to get to the fence. Runner 11 rounds first, going to second. She'll make it into second standing up. 1 out double for Oliver Springs. Oliver Springs now with a runner on second. 1 out, trailing by 5.
Come on, Liz, you got it. Go, Kitty.
Kelly, you ready?
Maples on the mound, ready. Here's the pitch. Bunts it, foul. Strike 1.
Run at me. I don't care. Don't watch it. I don't care. I don't care.
No balls, 1 strike. Runner at second, 1 out here at Arrowhead Field, or Arrowhead Park, excuse me. The 0-1 pitch from Maples. Bunted right to Maples. Maples going barehanded, throws it to first, not in time. Gets away, runner's going to come home. 8-4 now the score. Runner gets home on the wild pitch. 8-4 now the score here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 6 comes up to bat, 20 on first. Eight for the score. Bottom of the 5th. Lady Dragons up by 4.
Go, ladies. Defend it.
The pitch. Called strike 1. 0-1 count. 1 out. Runner at first. Lady Dragons trying to end this inning. Ground ball could end it. The pitch. Called ball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1's across the board. 8-4 the score here, bottom of the 5th inning. Maples on the mound. The 1-1 pitch. Bunted, foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball could end the inning for the Lady Dragons. The pitch. Called ball outside, makes it even 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pitch from Maples. Inside this time, ball 3. Full count.
That's a good pitch, Liz.
Full count now. 1 out. 8-4 the score here, bottom of the 5th inning. 1 run already crossed for the Lady Bobcats. Here comes the pitch. Called strike 3. Strike 3 looking. 2 outs now for the Lady Dragons. 7 outs away from securing the victory. Runner at first. 2 outs now. Sprinkles start to come back down here at Arrowhead Park.
Come on, ladies.
The pitch. High and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs. 8-4 the score. Runner at first, wearing number 20. Pitch for Maples. Popped up and will land on top of the dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Just on the other side of the fence. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. As the sprinkles start coming down a little bit harder now. The 1-1 pitch. Line towards right field. Gill get to the fence. 20's going to round second, all the way to the fence. She's going to round third. They're going to throw it into 16. 16's going to hold it to Bishop. 8-6 now the score, or 8-5 now the score. 5 unanswered runs so far from the Lady Bobcats in the last inning and 2/3. 8-5 the score. Bottom of the 5th inning, 2 outs and a runner at second. 8-5 the score, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning. Lady Dragons trying to get out of this inning without any more damage as the rain starts to come down again. Here comes the pitch. Grounded towards third, cleanly fielded, thrown over to first in time. 3 outs after surrendering 2 runs. We'll be back at the top of the 6th inning with your score 8-5 here in favor of your Lady Dragons. Welcome back to Clinton Lady Dragons softball here on Dragon Vision. We get ready to bring you the top of the 6th inning. Lady Dragons leading 8-5 as the rain starts to come down a little bit harder here at Arrowhead Park. We'll have 21 coming out to bat for the Lady Dragons. Tegan Bunch up to bat. First pitch, low and away for ball 1. Bunch up to bat. 1-0 count. Lady Dragons lead by 3, but they've given up 5 unanswered in the last 2 innings. The pitch, called ball outside. 2 balls, no strikes, as the rain starts coming down a little bit harder. Two-0 count. Bunch at the bat. Here's the put. Low, gets all the way to the backstop. No harm, no foul. 3 balls, no strikes. Wind slows down a little bit. Rain still coming down. Three balls, no strikes. Top of the 6th, leadoff batter Tegan Bunch. The pitch, taken for ball 4. Tegan Bunch walks on 4 straight. Elizabeth Graham up to bat next. Lady Dragons looking for a rally right here to extend this 3-run lead. At one point leading 8-0. Now it's 8-5. As the rain slows down just a little bit, for time for Elizabeth Graham to come up to bat. Here comes the pitch. Low and away. 5 straight balls thrown by number 6 for Oliver Springs. The 1-0 pitch to Graham. High, gets away from her, and Bunch takes off for second. Will go easily into second base. Runner at second. Nobody out. Graham up to bat with a 2-0 lead. 8-5 your score. Lady Dragons lead by 3 runs. And it's a 2-0 count, not a 2-0 lead. The pitch popped up. And gets all the way to the fence here. Over my head. 2 balls, 1 strike now. As Callie Johnson goes to retrieve the foul ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner at second. Pitch to Graham. High, ball 3. Graham ahead in the count. 3 balls and 1 strike. Holds in the on-deck circle. Three balls, 1 strike. Pitch to Graham. High, ball 4. 8 of the last 9 pitches have been balls from this pitcher. We got runners on first and second now as Holt comes up to bat. And 17 in the on-deck circle. The pitch, high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Back-to-back walks issued in the top of the 6th inning. The 1-0 pitch to Holt, fakes the bunt, takes for 2 balls. 2 balls, no strikes. Bunch at second. Graham at first. Holt at the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch. High, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. I'll have to guess. If this is a walk, there will probably be a time as they come and talk to her and maybe switch pitchers as the rain starts coming down a little bit harder now. 3 balls and no strikes. The pitch. Taken for a strike, belt tie. Now, count runs 3 balls and 1 strike. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Three-one pitch coming to Holt. She bunts it, and it will drift foul. Good bunt, but the spin drifted it foul, making it full count now. Probably would have made it to first right there if it would have drifted the opposite direction.
Elbow's done.
Full count now for Holt. As the wind picks up just a little bit. The full count pitch to Holt. High, ball 4. 3 walks to start off the inning, makes it bases loaded. As 17 comes up to bat for the Lady Dragons with bases loaded here. No time called. They're going to leave 6 in.
Got it here, kid. Go, 1-7.
Bases loaded, nobody out. 17 up to bat for the Lady Dragons. The pitch. Swung on a little bit late and missed for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, no outs with bases loaded. Lady Dragons up by 3, trying to stop this 5-0 run by Oliver Springs here in the top of the 6th inning in this 7-inning game. The pitch, high, ball 1. Even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. A walk. Any kind of base hit or walk will score at least 1, or will score a run for the Lady Dragons. 1-1 count. The pitch. Low, ball 2. 2-1 count now. 17 goes ahead in the count now. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike, no outs. The pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. A little bit behind on that one. Even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Lady Dragons have bases full right now, looking to extend this 3-run lead. They'll be back in action tomorrow night at home with 2 games. The 2-2 pitch. Popped up and will be caught by the second baseman. 1 out now with bases loaded, and 11 coming up to bat with Taylor Sherwood in the on-deck circle.
You gotta be big, babe. You gotta be big.
Nora up to bat. Base is loaded. Just wants to get on base to score at least one for the Lady Dragons. The pitch. Pops it up going towards the outfield. Three of them calling for it. Caught by the outfielder and they'll tag one. Sacrifice fly scores one. Score now 9-5. Lady Dragons in the 5-0 run by the Lady Bobcats and comes up to the top of the order with Sherwood and runners at first and second. 2 outs, 9-5. Your score here in the top of the 6th inning.
Let's go threes.
Sherwood looking to extend this lead and extend the inning. 2 outs, runners on first and second. First pitch. Popped foul over my head and off the top of the concession stand for strike one. Oh, 1 count. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Second pitch to Sherwood. Lines it right up the middle. Picked up by second base, throw to first in time to end the inning. Lady Dragons score 1 and extend the lead to 4. We'll be right back with the bottom of the 6th inning right after this. Welcome back. Clinton Lady Dragons softball. First pitch foul down the left field line. Lady Dragons up 9-5 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. This game will go 7 innings, barring some kind of big run by the Lady Bobcats in this inning. Lady Dragons 6 outs away from securing the victory. Here comes the pitch. Taken for strike 2. Quick 0-2 count for Maples. Once again, 6 outs away. Lady Dragons will be back in action tomorrow night for 2 games at Clinton High School to open the season and open the year at their new stadium. Popped up, going towards center field. Center fielder calls for it and misses the catch. And no one's checking for it, so she gets all the way to second base on that misplay. So now you got a 0-2 double for Lady Bobcats. Lady Dragons lead 9-5. 9-5 the score here with a runner at second, nobody out. Maples on the mound for the Lady Dragons as the mist starts coming down a little bit heavier. Here comes the pitch. Taken all the way for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Top of the 6th, runner at second. Bottom of the 6th, excuse me. The pitch. Taken for ball 2. Back-to-back high pitches from Maples. Maples just needs to string together a few good pitches, get at least the first out to get some momentum back. Here comes the pitch. Pop that one foul, and it will land into the other softball field. 2-1 count. 2 balls, 1 strike.
You got it, babe. You got it.
Maples on the mound.
You got it all day.
The pitch. Taken high, ball 3. 3-1 count.
Smart. Nice and smooth.
3 balls and 1 strike.
Attack.
The pitch. Low, ball 4. Runners now on first and second, 9-5 the score.
And Parker was back there and they were talking about Callie. I was like, why are y'all talking about Callie? He's like, and
9-5 score, runners on first and second.
he just called her hot like a minute ago.
Maples looking for a ground ball to get at least one, a strikeout or a ground ball to get a cut
Come on, Liz. You got
to
it.
start to get some momentum in this inning. Leading by 4. Here's the pitch. Line towards center. It will land and bounce against the fence. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. If it doesn't get in, it does get in. They're going to stop her before the second run gets in. So now score is 9-6 here. Tying run coming to the plate for the Lady Bobcats. And they're going to take a quick break as they're going to switch pitchers, and we'll be right back here on Dragon Vision. Welcome back to Clinton Lady Dragon Softball here on Dragon Vision. Taylor Sherwood on the mound. You got runners on second and third, nobody out. 9-6 the score. Tying run at home for the Lady Bobcats. First pitch fouled back and into the fence for the Lady Dragons. No balls, 1 strike for the Lady Dragons. Sherwood on the mound now in relief for Elizabeth Maples. Tying run at home. The 0-1 pitch. Low, ball 1. No balls, 1 ball, 1 strike. Sherwood going to try to get out of this inning without any more damage. Runners on second and third will be charged to Maples. Here's the pitch. Lined right down center. It's going back. Tie game for the Lady Bobcats. Tie game now. 9-9 on the 3-run home run. 2 of those runs charged to Maples. 1 run charged to Sherwood. Tied at 9 now in the bottom of the 6th inning. Go-ahead run coming to the plate with nobody out. Go ahead run at the plate. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Pitch from Sherwood. Low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Still nobody out. Bottom of the 6th inning. Go ahead run at the plate for the Bobcats wearing number 11. The pitch. Grounded. Big pick by Sherwood over to Holt for the first out. 1 out now here in the bottom of the 6th inning. But still, the go-ahead run lines up at home plate for the Lady Bobcats. Wearing number 20 this time. Sherwood on the mound. Looking to get out of this inning. The pitch. Swung on and missed on a slap attempt by the Oliver Springs batter. 9-9 the score, 0-1 count, 1 out. Lady Bobcats scored it on 1 hit. Here's the pitch. She bunts it foul.
Let's go!
0-2 count, 1 out. 9-9 the score. Bottom of the 6th inning. It could become an extra inning game. Sherwood on the mound. The pitch. Swap missed. And Atkins picks it up, tries to throw it first, overthrows first. So it's a strikeout, but the go-ahead run is now on first. Sherwood gets credit for the strikeout, but the go-ahead run gets to first on the pass ball. Go-ahead run on first. Number 6 comes up to bat for the Lady Bobcats. One out. Pitch from Sherwood. Gets away. Runner's going to advance. Go ahead run now 180 feet away. 120 feet away. Runner on second now with 1 out. Go ahead run on second. Sherwood on the mound. The pitch. Taken for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Sherwood on the mound. Looking to get out of this inning.
Come on, Sherwood.
The pitch. Taken, says outside, ball 3. 3 ball, no strike count. Three balls and no strikes. Sherwood on the mound. The pitch. Ball 4. 4 straight pitches. Go ahead run on second. 1 out. Runners on first and second. Wind starts to pick up here at Arrowhead Park. 9-9 the score here in the bottom of the 6th. Sherwood on the mound. The pitch. Outside, ball 1. Go ahead run at second base. Bottom of the 6th, tied at 9 with 1 out. The 1-0 pitch from Sherwood. Lined, will be caught for the second out. Lady Dragons 1 out away from getting out of this inning. Go ahead run still on second as 14 lined out that time to Mandy Chambers. Lady Dragons just need this out in a big bottom of top of the 7th inning. The pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. Tied at 9, 2 outs. Go ahead, run at second. Lady Bobcats up to bat. The pitch from Sherwood. Swung on and missed. 0-2 count, 2 outs. Sherwood trying to get out of this inning, limiting the damage. 4 runs across for the Lady Bobcats in this inning.